One point against Polokwane City. Thank you very much for joining us and the members of the media here. Your impression of today, including Itumeleng Khune's honor?
Good evening, guys and ladies. Firstly, we give thanks to Itu for serving this team in such great years. I think he did a lot for the team, and he's still doing more for the team. So we just honouring him. But as the coach that leads the team now, and some of the players, we feel honoured to be in his presence. So yeah, we wish him. You have to wish him all the best, and hope he gets honoured with more of these accolades. But in saying that, we did not play like we wanted to play today. I thought we started very, very, very slow. We came out of the blocks looking very lethargic. But at the same time, we, especially in the first half, I think the distances between the team was just too far. There was, we weren't able to make combinations. We weren't able to put together a good 5 to 10 passes as Kaizer Chiefs, and we were not happy with that. I thought the second half, we came a little bit better, but only towards the end of the 35 minutes. When it was 35 minutes to go, we brought on a few players and we made a few changes, and we looked like we could get to the goal line and score a goal, but it didn't happen. We were able to get there, but at the same time not calm enough. I think a little bit too edgy in order to score the goals. But we get a point away from home. At home, sorry, not away from home, but at home. We get a point at home, and it's not what we were looking for. We pressed for the 3 points, but the 90 minutes are over now, and we can say what we want to say. We still only got 1 point. And I thought the players we brought on lifted the energy in the team. And I thought in those moments, I thought we might just sneak one in, but not to be today.
Thank you very much. 1-1 with the coach away, and so let's take it as light moment. Very long season. Let's go for it. Was the mic rolling? Let's go for it.
Good afternoon, Coach. I don't know, Coach. The team made a lot of noise in regards to Khune's last game. You guys are playing at home. You guys want to make the top 8, and then you get a performance like that. I mean, that's appalling. What exactly is the problem, Coach? Why did Chiefs start so slow, considering that you guys, there's a lot for you guys to play for? Khune's story, playing at home, wanting to make the top 8, players possibly playing for the futures as well, and that's the performance that you get.
Sometimes you look at everything that you prepare, and I said this earlier on. I think I spoke to you guys also a few days ago, is that you prepare, and the athlete shows what you're preparing. They understand what you're preparing. They look like they're ready to do what you're preparing. And we come on the game day, and you cannot put your finger on it. I wish I was a fortune teller or a magician or something like that to be able to put your finger on those particular moments that we come out and we start so slow. Because when you look at it, we come out a lot better in the second half. So I know what you're saying. We all wanted it, to give Khune not a good send-off, but to honour him in the right manner. And we know it's our last game, and we want to give our supporters the 3 points which they need, and we're not able to do it. I cannot put my finger on it, but we have to. All you have to do is, you got one more game left, is go back and try and prepare and use players who look like they want to play on the pitch. And again, it's about the training, about how they react to how you're going to prepare for Cape Town Spurs, and you get the team like that.
Coach, good afternoon. I'd like on the results. I just wanted to ask on Ashley Dupree, serious or more of a precaution, and also the choice to bring on Uhepi Mashiane, and what did you make of his performance in that position?
Yeah, Ash got a knock, and in all respect to him, he couldn't run anymore because we thought it was more of an ankle. It wasn't the ankle; it was just above the toe. You know, your set of toes. It was just above there, so it could be a lot worse than we think, because we need to make sure. So the medical team said go, and he also told us that, coach, I can't go on anymore. And then we brought on Happy, because he's been in the team for the last 15 games, so he knows what we need in that position. And I thought he could have done better, especially knowing how we want to work in that number 11 space. He did do one or two crosses which we were not able to get onto the end of it, but if he had done more, then maybe we would have had better chance, because then Saile or Ranga, while he was there, would have got into it, but never. But he hasn't played for a while, and he comes on the pitch and he does one or two things that we want him to do, and he loses the ball in one or two moments, but we don't concede a goal, so we just have to work on those finer details as to why he loses the ball. But otherwise, he's okay.
Coach Cavin Johnson? Yeah, coach? Coach?
Yeah, I'm seeing. I'm just looking at this man, he's yawning here, he's tired.
Coach, good evening. Coach, you made mention of this will be the last game of the season against Cape Town Spurs. But maybe on a personal coach, knowing what is riding on that game, will this be the most important game of your Chiefs career?
Mine? Personally?
Personally, coach, knowing what is riding on that match against Cape Town Spurs.
I think it's important that in the last few months that I've been the head coach of Kaizer Chiefs, every game I played was always the most important. And I don't make excuses. You, as a coach, you have to lose, you have to win. But as a coach, every game I play, or every game I try and play and be on the bench, that is the most important game, because tomorrow I don't know what God holds for me. So the game I just played now was the most important thing. And you thank the old man above for giving you the strength to be able to go through it. The next game, if he allows me to be alive by the time the game comes, then I'm going to prepare as hard as I can in order to make that the best game I've ever played.
Let's go, okay.
Coach, how would you rate yourself ever since being the interim coach and head coach, if you like, of the club? How would you say, I've done a job here, or maybe not? What's your report card on your leadership of these players? And also, just towards the end, coach, sorry, there was a lot of young players towards the end, and you see Vilakazi doing what he does. Is it a bit embarrassing for you that senior players cannot help him to be carry the team?
No, I think when you talk like that, for me to give myself appraisal, oh, I think that would be bad. Anybody who praises himself, he must be a millionaire or billionaire. I'm not at that stage yet. When I'm a billionaire, then I'll tell you how good I am. Because that's how people, I think that's how people appraise themselves, is how much you have in the pocket. And I'm not in that stage yet. I think other people need to do that, whether it's good or whether it's bad. That's how the world goes around. And they say your biggest fan is strangers that you don't know. But your biggest hater is the one who's sitting right next to you. No, not you. But your biggest destroyer is the one who sits right next to you. You understand what I'm saying, right? You know that idiom from somewhere. But anyway, as far as Mfundo is concerned, yes, he's done well. He's coming in. He's getting longer and longer and longer time. And this is where I said in the last game, is that he's there. He'll get more and more game time. And whether he carries the team as a youngster or whether he carries the team as an old guy, it doesn't matter. He's a Kaizer Chiefs player, and he's supposed to be doing that. So I'm happy for him from what he done in the time he played today. Whether he's going to do it next week, the week after, or the next 10 seasons, it's got to be with him looking at himself as an athlete and how he wants to represent himself as an athlete.
Coach?
Yes, sir.
Yes. We never really got to speak to you about your original position. And looking at the number of youngsters that you've used since you came on board as the caretaker coach, and some of those that you didn't use as well. Going forward, what kind of thinking has this spell given you in terms of how you need to do things in terms of infusing players coming from the development team to the high performance here in the senior team, and how you go about it? Because one of the things we've noticed with you is that you don't really loan players a lot, maybe to go and get game time and come back and make an impact.
Yeah, look, from my point of view, and that is my point of view, and we have to look at how that is done. I think in the time that I spent as the interim coach now, a lot of youngsters have had the taste of what it is to play consistently, and some of them have had a feel of what it is to come in and then go out and not come back. So I think that is probably what is needed for them to be blooded in. But at the same time, I think it's a lesson for the ones that are still at the academy or still at the DDC, who's looking at some of these players and looking at them with a different eye, because there is an opportunity to play. But we also have a big task to fill, and that is to win games. And because you're the most supported team in South Africa, you got to do things a little bit different.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Yes, sir.
No, it's you.
Coach, when you were given this responsibility of leading the club earlier on, the statement did say that you will go back to your position. One assumes that whoever the coach is going to be, he will have to speak to you to find out how things are about players and all those kinds of things. Obviously, without mentioning any names, I just want to check. How many players can you give a right tick or really recommend to the incoming coach to say, these are the guys who can continue and help this club to sort of reclaim the glory days? Because the thinking or the perception out there is that most of these players are simply just not good enough to play for Kaizer Chiefs.
Players to tick for the attention of the new coach.
Yeah, I think that is, it's not my area right now to give you that number, because I think in an institution like Kaizer Chiefs, it's done around the table, and Cavin Johnson is only part of the tick. There's other people that also have to make another tick. It's not a one-man show, and I think you've known this for a long time. If we have to say yes, this one, then that's Cavin Johnson's idea. It's not Kaizer Chiefs' idea. And this is how I think an institution like Kaizer Chiefs is operated from. It's operated from a place of where there's more than one person making the decision on who brings the players and who lets the players go. I think that's normal in any club all over the world. Yes, you have the person that's sitting in my seat who's able to converse with you, but in the back there's a conference that takes place for that to happen.
Mr. Ngidi, pray that this man ask the question quickly. That is short. You'll get a chance because we've run out of time. Let's go for it.
Coach, we've seen many years, previous coaches, Baxter, Hunt, Zeki coming in, Mzwane coming in, very excited in the start and then defeated towards the end of their tenure. Is it because of working so hard each week and then just simply at the end of the week, just not even understanding why the results are not coming? Like, do you feel that mental breakdown each week that you're working so hard with this team and just things not coming right?
Hold on. Can you raise your question at the same time? We will be able to remember it. You can go on, Mr. Ngidi. I'm worried that I don't want to lock you out because my bus is parking outside.
Coach, I mean, this was a very big moment for the club, celebrating one of its most decorated players, but the turnout is not necessarily reflective of the occasion and the meaning of such a day. As a club, how do you what does the club need to do to reignite that relationship with its supporters? Because I think today was quite telling of where that relationship is in terms of the turnout for such an occasion.
We'll start with that one. Coach.
Yeah, look, the first one, I still have one more game left, and I can tell you afterwards. So mentally, I'm still strong. The other one, regarding the supporters, I think when you look back and you look at what we've been doing, I think we are still one of the teams in the PSL with the most supporters in any one game. So yeah, we expect to have more. Today we didn't. But you look back and you look at what's happening around the country. There's a lot of elections. People are saying, hey, let me go and elect so I can get SASSA more. Or let me go, and see what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Are they going to burn or are they going to fix our roads? So we also faced with a lot of those, a lot of those competition, if I may say, within our sporting. And if we never had that and they found out Itu is being honoured, I'm sure our supporters would have been much more. But now they got to weigh up the options. Are they going to close the portal or must I go watch Kaizer Chiefs all the second? I'm going to close this portal because we are having problems in our communities, and that for me is a lot, and they got to think about all those things. So our supporters are also very important to us, but like we said today, they never came out in their numbers, but I know for a fact, wherever we go, we always have the most supporters.
So,
Can you quickly?
so not to find what you're saying, how do you reignite that relationship? Because I think the pictures reflect that there is something that is not necessarily the good place. So how do you reignite and ensure that if they have to choose between fixing a pothole and celebrating Khune and opposing Chiefs?
I think the reignition, right? I think that'll happen once we. It's been a while now, 3 games now. Am I right, V? That we haven't won a game, and that's what our people want. They want us to score goals and win games. We're not doing that, and hopefully, in Cape Town, where we always have a good following. In fact, I think we have one of the best followings in Cape Town and in Durban. In Cape Town, we will have good following and we will score goals and we will end the season on a very, very high note. So that's what we're hoping for.
I'm just a program director. I will not answer you, but I've got answers for you. And we will close it right there and hope you have a great time. We thank you for the 10 or 12 games we've been meeting like this, rushing you, not doing it the right way, helping us. We'll keep on improving to the next season. Coach, thank you for your time. Members of the media, it's been wonderful. A season at home with you.
Thanks.